We fixing to make this town real smoking.
Leroy has a lot of swag, but not a lot of people pay attention to him anymore.
I think his design in Tekken 7 was incredible. The white and red was kind of iconic, right? If you think about
Yes.
Omni-Man, he got the white top with the red bottom, right? That's iconic. They removed the
Ah.
white and the red, and now it's white and black, which is bland. It's forgettable. It's not as like loud. It's not as like catch your eye. So I think that's one part of it. But another part of it is one, the character lost his power. He was far stronger in Tekken 7 than he is in Tekken 8. But then two, a lot of the people who was interested in Leroy was quickly made uninterested by how simple his gameplay is. Like Clive is simple too, but at least Clive flies and shoot lasers. Leroy Smith is doing a bunch of like boring garbage. Like I'd much rather play some other scrub than that scrub.
Leroy would be so much better if he was like a Denzel Washington type character. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
Equalizer or something. Like he was just like this super intelligent badass guy, which is kind of what you thought in Tekken 7. Like he was that dude, you know?
Yeah.
But then in this game, he was telling Jin to like follow his heart and shit.
That was a big mistake with the story as a whole, is that all the characters was way too inspirational. Eddie, Lydia is supposed to be inspirational, but
Yo.
Eddie, Yoshi, Leroy, the fact that you have those four characters all spouting the same nonsense shows that there's a huge character flaw.
I don't know what it is, but Lydia in this game actually makes me cringe. Like all these other characters, like some of them are annoying to me, like Lili. I hate her personality. She should get run over by a van. And also Alyssa. But Lydia's different because it's like, wow, I'm actually cringing when they do the rage art. Go like, honor for my country. Like, shut up.
In Tekken 7, Lydia felt like kind of the same thing that you were saying with Leroy. It's like Lydia felt like she was like tough. She was unstoppable. Like she meant
Yeah.
business. When she showed up calling out Heihachi, people was like,
Exactly.
oh, okay, now it's getting real.
No mess. The only thing that wasn't awkward about the story mode was like Kazuya and Jin finally trying to kill each other. And the fact that Jin didn't finish the job was like, oh, okay, you guys, you could just kind of.
They took the Devil Gene away, but it seems like they're going to give it back to him. So that's
Really?
weird.
That's what they're gearing up for?
Heihachi says once they unlock their Devil Gene, then I could do my second plan or something like that. But he says they, that's referring to multiple people. Like, first off, we don't even know how Heihachi knows that Jin and Kazuya lost their Devil Gene. So some people say he
Right.
saw it from space. I think that's a trash story. That no way. No way you see something explode in space, meteors fall from the sky, you headbutt that thing that fell in the sky, and you just know that that's Jin and Kazuya up there fighting, erasing their Devil Gene. No, it's too much of a leap. But that's besides the fact. He says they, and the fact that Jin and Kazuya lost their Devil Genes at the same time, you would have to come to the conclusion that he's referring to both of them. So they probably are gonna re-unlock it. But it makes sense because Devil Gin is so popular. How would you get rid of Devil Gin?
Devil Jin is popular because of his personality.
Yeah.
It's very fun hearing his voice lines. And all his voice lines translated are like really funny too. He's like saying, "You bug, you worm, you insect, get out of my face, kill." You know, that kind of stuff is attractive to people because it's so over the top.
Like, because in my opinion, I don't even think it's about Tekken being anime. I don't think it's like, Tekken's super anime now. I think Tekken is lame anime. That's the issue. Like, it's the lame type of, it's the generic cookie cutter. You have every character being like this motivational speaker about having honor and pride and justice.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
They're trying to offend no one. No, it's like they can't do anything too crazy because they have shareholders to worry about. Even King, he has all his edge erased from him. He's kind of goofy now.
The story that they were telling with Lili, her being kidnapped and then her fighting her way out of that situation and that unlocking this kind of like inner killer within her, and she starts to go to all of these different tournaments to fight and like try to regain that kind of like, I would just say like adrenaline, like she wants to feel that rush again. And then along that journey, she finds Asuka, who gives her that rush, right? She ignores her, she beats her. So now she has this weird obsession with Asuka, and it all stems from her traumatic childhood of being kidnapped. That's an interesting story. But the thing is that the developers removed, first, all the trauma. Two, they removed even the reason why Lili is obsessed with Asuka. And then three, they never even started to progress it. She found Asuka, but what's next? So they stagnated those two characters and they removed all of the things that made it interesting.
I think they try to save some characters from being boring. But you see, here's the weird thing, right? Like Brian used to say words
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
Now he just kind of cackles. And Feng used to be silent, but now he speaks like real Chinese and shit, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool. I like the fact that Feng speaks now. Law has a great personality. I mean, he's just Bruce Lee, right?
Yeah.
Leo, on the other hand, Leo is kind of stuck in this spot. Leo is this representative of non-gender reforming people, right?
Yeah.
Like most people that I know that don't conform to gender norms, they kind of gravitate towards Leo because Leo kind of fits that bill. So they can't do anything with Leo at all. They kind of have to make her into like this boring ass. They tried to give her a personality with the whole like cave miner thing.
Yeah.
Jesus,
That's
man,
so
that
bad.
was a
That's bad.
nothing burger.
Yeah, that's
Nothing
bad.
happened.
King's ending could have been him just in New York trying to save people.
But if you have that, then you're going to have people comparing it to stuff that's in real life. And once you have that, that's when stuff gets political. And that's when shareholders go, oh, no, that's a big no-no. Because if they did that, then they'd be comparing it to like Palestine and Israel or something. And
Yeah.
there'd be like a weird political vehicle on Twitter, which is why we're in this awkward spot now. Now the story is kind of like, what am I watching? This is like a really bad Saturday morning cartoon.
And that's
This is
the
cool.
whole thing with Dragunov too. Is like Dragunov, the Russian military soldier. You can't do nothing with him.
Ooh. You could make him into a buffoon who collects like tank toys and tries to put them together and shit. Like,
Yeah.
what is that, man?
Yeah, like Brian Fury, he's like a maniac who goes around hurting people. That is a nightmare with all of the mass this and mass that. Have Brian Fury doing that? Ooh, I guess it makes
What
sense.
can they work with? I mean, they did have that Nina and Steve storyline, but they kind of threw that away.
I think the reason why they got rid of that is because like women's rights and whatnot. What Kazuya did to Nina, he literally kidnapped her for 15 years and he removed her ovaries for we don't know how many times, but
Oh, her ovaries.
yeah,
Dude,
that's how he
hardcore.
created
That's
Steve.
hardcore.
Kazuya took her ovaries
Yo.
and made Steve. And we don't know how many times he did that because Steve is a success. But how many failures?
Yeah.
So that's why that was put on hold.
That's actually really messed up.
And that's why I get so angry when Kazuya and Nina are working together in Tekken 8.
I think they tried doing something new with Lars and Alyssa and tried to make them as marketable and to appease shareholders and shit, but nothing interesting is going on there. I mean, the only thing that's interesting is that they have this weird high school puppy love thing going on, which is really stupid because Lars is like what 25 or something.
Yeah, and also
Bro,
Alyssa's creation is very weird because Dr. Boskanovich said he modeled Alyssa after his daughter, which was like 11 or something. So,
oh Christ!
So
Oh
like,
my God, no!
So
Oh, God.
Lars, what's happening there?
Oh,
what is
dude.
happening,
Lars?
Bro, the story of Tekken is just we're literally going from character to character and just talking about how it's just AOs all over the place.
You just ruined Lars for me. I don't like Lars all of a sudden. Hey Lars, what's going on with you, pal? Does everyone find Azucena annoying?
I like her. Why do you think she's annoying?
I like her because I'm Spanish. I have a Spanish background and I speak her language. I think I'm biased because of that, and that's why I like her so much. And plus, she has a very bubbly, fun personality. I don't know. There's always this weird sentiment that she's designed to be annoying and frustrating to play against, and her personality is sort of like geared to make you angry. She's like a troll almost.
And I don't know why people come to that conclusion that that's her purpose. I don't think they designed her to be annoying, but I do think like all of her dance and her personalities, that's literally like straight from TikTok. She's a TikTok character. I think so.
Oh shit!
I think that she like all of the singing and dancing and spinning. That's like literally like TikTok personality in my opinion, or trying to capture that audience. I don't know who Victor is for though. I don't know what Victor is supposed to try to capture.
KFC fans, you know,
for
like
real.
Colonel Sanders. Yeah, they want to see a cool version of Colonel Sanders.